film it. It would just be a shame to try to get too close. The osprey are very timid. I have to just accept that, okay? Alright, so usually they pick a dead tree branch, usually. But I think this osprey picked a live tree branch. Oh, there we go. Okay, there it is. There's the osprey right here. Yeah, this one was a tricky one to find. But I finally found him. I know this is one of the male osprey. It has to be. Okay, and let me just tilt this. I guess it's gonna tilt. Oh, Hang up. Not working. Oh, Did I go down too far? I think I did, yeah. And where's the osprey? Osprey can't be lower than that, is he? Oh, okay, there we go. And that's as far as my optical zoom will go. That is it. So there is no brown plumage at all on this osprey. So this is definitely the male from the skate park. Yeah, so I've had some problems with this osprey. Like, this osprey is by far the most timid osprey that I've ever seen. But he wasn't so timid when he was at the nest, but he's timid when he's with me now. Alright, so now we know which osprey this is. Yeah, because both of the male and female from the skate park both have brown plumage on their chest, but this one doesn't. So this osprey is located next to this dead tree branch, which is near the bridge, which is also right above where I placed the fish at. And this osprey isn't even noticing that fish at all. Like I said, an inverse black hole. That's really all everything else is other than this lake to the osprey. It's a major disappointment, but couldn't even throw a fish at an osprey, let alone use that fish there. So disappointing. Okay, so I have a story that I want to share. Okay, so go ahead and listen to this story here. So I made a big mistake in the stock market the other day. I started trading this stock called Skills. Okay, and this was after they had a secondary offering, which, as you know, a secondary offering is always bad for any stock. It's always going to cause the price to go down. But it's only going to go down near where the offering price is. So the offering price was set at $24 a share, and it hovered like around $23.50 and $24, so I figured, well, since it's probably going to go up at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and set my order for $24. I bought 300 shares at $24. And what happens, it goes down to $23. And I thought to myself, okay, well, how about I buy at $23? I buy 600 more shares at $23. I did, and then after it passed the $23 mark, it actually started to get lower. Yeah, it started to drop lower. There was a big sell-off, and it went down all the way to $19.95 a share. Man. And now I'm losing a ton of money. 900 shares worth, which is like almost $20,000 worth of stock. Actually, it is $20,000. So I'm losing a lot of money from that stock. And by the way, this osprey has some head bobbing, so he's looking at something. He's probably not looking at my fish, that's for sure. Well, I guess that's just the way it goes, you know. Osprey just wants to look at the water. That's all he wants to look at. He doesn't want to look at anything else. I mean, this osprey would have gotten my fish if he was that hungry. Osprey don't normally scavenge. It's very rare that they scavenge. So they're more like Cooper's hawks. You know how Cooper's hawks well, they don't eat fish, of course, but they eat other birds. They don't scavenge. I've never heard of them scavenging on anything. But red-tailed hawks will scavenge, red-shouldered hawks will scavenge, and I'm sure there's probably like a few other birds of prey that scavenge too, but those are like the most well-known ones. Well, anyways, back to what I was saying about the stock market. So, I have to strategize here. So I've started to make some extra money from the overtime at Amazon, and I really need the overtime more than ever before now. Like, I can't reject any overtime. Like, I have to check like every single day, every hour in the day to make sure the overtime doesn't get filled up. As far as I know, I've got 2 days off this week. I'm going to enjoy my bird watching and just try not to think about the stock market, because losing money is something that no one should have to stress about. I mean, not to say that, you know, you're going to lose all your money, so you have a reason to stress, but I know that stock is going to go back up. I know it is. So I'll just wait it out and see what happens. They say that there's a warrant for 13 something a share with the stock, and they kind of made a mistake with the printing company or whatever. But anyways, it's just kind of confusing. But they say it could hit 13 something a share before it goes up, and if it does, I'll be ready for it, because I put $3,000 from a bank account into my brokerage account, so I should have $6,000 in margin to use.